Toth. Here. Oberdorf. Here. Eckel. Here. Marquette. Here. Keevan. Here. Reynolds.
Here.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes for the August 14th, 2023 regular council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes from August 14th, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the September 11th, 2023 regular council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agenda for 9/11, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Committee reports. Finance.
All right. Finance Committee met on September 5th, 2023. In attendance was Mr. Marquette, myself, Ms. Murray, Chris Kirk, and Chief Kistler. Meeting was called to order at 4:30. Chief Kistler stated that lead times for vehicles are still extremely long. Reineke contacted the chief with a potential vehicle for the department. All that is needed is a vehicle wrap and upfit before it is put into service. There are funds available in the 2023 budget for this purchase. Rick Lombardo from the Flock Group called into the meeting via Zoom and presented a proposal for 16 cameras to monitor the city streets and traffic. Through the use of Flock's online database, the cameras automatically scan vehicle license plates, and alert the police of any criminal activity. Chief Kistler plans to include this purchase in the 2024 budget, but the committee discussed purchasing the equipment before the end of this year. Second quarter general fund update. Mr. Kirk presented general fund statistics through June 30th, 2023, and fielded questions from the committee. 2022 financial statements and audit. The city's 2022 annual comprehensive financial report has been filed with the state of Ohio. The statements were audited by Plantenberg and no misstatements were identified. The city received an unmodified opinion for the 2022 audit with no material items identified for correction. Income tax penalty abatement. Mr. Kirk stated that he received a call requesting the abatement of $42.13 in late fees from a citizen's RETA account. Per RETA, the taxpayer did not set up an estimate for their 2022 payments. Medical insurance for 2024. The Finance Committee discussed a revision to Ordinance 2023-49 due to a change in IRS rules affecting HSA plans for employees. Other items discussed at the meeting included the 2024 street light and nuisance assessments, a revision to the city's organizational chart, and new banners honoring local veterans. The meeting was adjourned at 5:25 p.m.
Okay, any comments or questions?
Chris,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor. Chris, do you want to do that tax abatement thing now?
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, I had a citizen contact me about $42.13 in penalties and late fees on their RETA account. I think there was some miscommunication between the citizen and RETA on the citizen's employment status. Either way, I was hoping to put this in front of council for a vote so I can reach out to the citizen and give them an answer on whether or not this will be removed from their account.
Kevin, can somebody
orally? Per the RETA rules, it's up to council whether or not to do that.
So I'll make a motion to abate the $42.13 from that citizen's RETA account.
Vote on the motion to waive the $42.13 in late fees. Keevan.
Aye.
Marquette.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Correspondence.
Are you not doing report of the mayor and the administrator?
Allison.
Yeah, I have several things tonight. First off, I wanted to remind citizens that brush pickup will be 2 weeks from today. It'll begin. It'll run from 9:25 to 9:29. We'd like to remind citizens that it is brush and branches only, no litter or trash, and that the pile should be not any wider than 6 feet wide or 6 feet tall, ideally. And that the Rossford record will run the schedule of streets on which days the different streets will be picked up, and that information will also be available on the city's website. Also tonight, we have there we go. A request from Danny's Cafe, or they would like to add an outdoor awning. This is where the posts would go to hold the awning. And as you probably all know, they bought the building beside and they are demoing it. And they would like the awning to go clear across both buildings, so it would look similar to this. And the aesthetic that they wish to achieve would be something similar to this. Because they would like to put these posts in the right of way, they would need council approval to do so. They will be removable, so if for some reason we needed to get something through there, and they will maintain the 5 feet that is required for the ADA in order for people to get through there. So, they would just like to be able to move forward with this plan, and it will require council approval.
Does it stick out any farther than their current fence?
No, it would line up with what they currently have.
I think it's great.
I'll make a motion to let them move forward with what they presented.
I'll second.
Vote on the motion to approve Danny's request for the awning. Marquette?
Aye.
Heben? Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth? Oberdorf? Eckel?
Aye.
Thank you. And the next item I have is, at the last council meeting, council was presented several ordinances or permits from Danny's Cafe for outside events. You guys approved the first two, and we still need to hear on the next one. So they have one for 10/13, October 13th, and it is within the time that it is allotted. And then they have requested again on November 11th, be ending at 7 o'clock within the time allotted. They have requested 11/22, be ending at 11:15. Again, that's a holiday, so that's within the time allotted. And then finally, into 2024, that would be March 17th of 2024, and it ends at 9:15.
We've had no complaints
I
since
have
the
had none.
last one. I think that noise ordinance is working.
What about the noise level? Have we-
75, 70 to 75.
Okay, what do we do if it exceeds that?
Well, then, Kevin, we,
Issue a citation,
yeah,
the police have that authority.
Okay. As long as, I mean, the main complaint I get is from noise, being too loud.
yeah, but we've solved that.
Well, I hope so, because I keep getting, I get messages while I'm at work.
I continue to get complaints too. I think,
Since the last one?
Chief Kistler, can you talk on the last one? Did you go out?
We use the decimal meter, and the virtuals, the virtuals probably to the north. And on the front porch, it was 85 decibels.
That's too high.
And then you walked up to the alley, that, the property, the first virtual,
Yeah.
and it was 91 there.
Yeah, 70, 75 is the loudest it should be.
I don't think it should be any louder than 70, because when you approach 80, that's hearing damage.
No, I mean, you can, it's subjective, so, there's no set decimal meter for that.
I think if they exceed it, the music goes off, because they don't quite seem to get that it's too loud. And I don't know,
Yeah,
85 on
70,
someone's front
anything higher than 70, 70 is the industry standard for
Right.
live outdoor music. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm 68 now, but, I mean, there's a volume zone, so can't they just turn the volume down to
Yes.
that decibel? And don't play it any louder than that, I mean.
A lot of times it's about the live music. And you can, and I'm not a sound expert, but you can fall down, depending on if they're singing, or whatever instrument would be playing, it would vary. Whereas like a constant.
But then the loudest that gets should be 70,
Yes.
right? Like the loudest it ever gets goes up
Okay,
to.
changing the time, but I'm not okay with changing the decibel.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, by that, and
No, we're not changing the decibel.
I'm just saying, part bit is stay within city laws and limits, and the decibel limit is 75. If they're exceeding that,
I'm sorry, one more time. Kevin, you said the decibel level is subjective, right?
Right, we can't put something in, the statute that sets a decibel limit. But what I would suggest is that if council wants it, they approve this based on a 70 decibel level limit.
There you go.
And like you said, if they exceed it, then it
Music
gets
goes
shut
off.
down.
There's no, I'll make a motion to approve this.
Go ahead.
what are we going to base the 70 off of?
Decibel meter.
That's what
What's that number? Where's that number coming from? Is that a recommended number by some agency, or is that just a number we're picking?
Oh, well, the health,
That's a, is that
yeah, health and safety code, 70 is the industry standard for outdoor music. 80
I've looked into it for a few weeks now.
ear damage, so,
I just wanted to have some of the back of
Yeah.
why we chose 70.
That's what Finley does also.
yeah.
All right, go ahead, Caroline.
I'll make a motion to approve the next two events with a decibel limit of 70 and the understanding that if the police are called and it's above 70, the event ends. There's no turning the music down and playing that game all night. It's just over.
Second.
Kevin, can we do those two together?
Yep.
So what were the dates again?
10/13, and the next one is 11/11.
Okay, vote on the motion to allow the special events on October 13th and November 11th with a decibel level not to exceed 70, and if so, the event will be shut down. Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Keeban?
Aye.
Marquette?
Thank you. Then very last thing I have is a quick video to show the cameras that the chief has an ordinance on tonight for, so this is just a very quick, short video.
How much did we make today?
5 million?
And yesterday?
4 million?
We're like really rich.
Whose house is this camera in?
It's a little invasive.
Stop now, another record.
Communities across Northeast Ohio are turning to a high-tech device to help crime. Several police departments in our area are now using surveillance tools called flock cameras to support their work. Neil Fisher explains what they are, how they're being used, and the latest community to jump on board.
Tonight, Bay Village is the latest community in Northeast Ohio to install software to protect against crime.
Within the last 2 years, we've kind of been inundated with auto thefts.
Flock cameras are designed to identify license plates associated with crimes. The cameras are set up at the entrance to communities and are solar powered. The Bay Village Police Department will spend roughly $25,000 this year.
The cost is outweighed by the benefit to the community.
Between Bay Village, Avon, Westlake, and Lakewood, there are 73 cameras. Sergeant Edward Chapman and the Bay Village Police Department will now be alerted immediately of a hit.
Obviously, any missing child, any missing person, that's something we're going to give priority to. Warrants, we'll do our best to ensure that accurate information is there, and if we can find the car safely. So the lag time is about 5 to 15 seconds.
Police can look for specific indicators as well, whether that be a gang member or suspected terrorist, someone with warrants, or even Amber Alerts.
It won't give us any information unless there's some indicator there. So I know that's one of the questions that a lot of people have is, well, it's just taking pictures of everything that's coming through, and all we're getting is information that is tied to specific alerts or certain indicators that we would be concerned about.
The system also allows police departments to use the cameras for investigative purposes.
If there are people that we may be looking for, vehicles that we may be looking for, we're able to create kind of our own hot list. But it has to be for some type of investigative purpose.
The flock cameras are also set up in Menor, Solon, East Cleveland, and Brunswick, just to name a few. Here in Northeast Ohio, the Bay Village Police Department tells me that 6 of their 8 are actively running right now, with the one behind me, but they haven't had to use it to locate anyone just yet. Laura?
All right, Neil, live for us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So do you have any questions, any of the council? The chief would be happy to answer them about that flock cameras.
I'm not the expert, I know the chief is, but I just want to say that Greg and I had this presentation in Finance Committee meeting, and I was so impressed with the.
We started Flock to eliminate nonviolent crime, and that's
I'm not
because
sure if that video
87%
said
of
it,
crime goes unsolved.
With that, if once we're in the system, we have access to all the surrounding communities' cameras as well. So if we're looking for somebody that went to Toledo or went to Perrysburg or went to Bowling Green, we're gonna be able to track that person. I think it's an awesome thing.
It's definitely a deterrent because of, if you're somebody who's a criminal or has a warrant, and you know that Rossford has this, you're not going to want to drive into our community, and that's a great thing. All right, moving on. Introduction of
You
ordinances.
don't have anything there?
No,
Okay. Now correspondence.
thanks. Correspondence.
I have two pieces of correspondence. First is a note from to Mayor McKinnon. Thanks so much for attending the ribbon cutting ceremony for the R and sharing kind remarks. It's always fun when you're doing it with some of your best friends. All the way up, my friend, sincerely, Dan Krebs. Second is, this should be easy for council. We received a ballot for the nominee for the seat on the Northwest Water and Sewer District Board. Nominees need a majority of 14 municipalities to vote. There is only one nominee, William Barnhart, and there's no resume enclosed, but if council has no objection, I would send this, and it says rank your preferred candidate. He's the only candidate.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
No objection.
When does it have to be turned in?
October 25th, so if you want
I'd like,
research done as to who he is or what he is or where
yeah,
he's
I'd
from,
like him to come in
yeah,
and,
I can hold this till the next meeting. All right, that's it, Mayor.
introduction of ordinances. Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-53 by title only?
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-53, an ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into an agreement with Fishback for engineering services regarding access management and traffic flow along Superior Street from Eagle Point Road to the northbound I-75 signalized intersection and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Mr. Audette?
This is basically part of the North Rossford Transportation Access Improvement that Wood County Port Authority came to the city to help businesses, industry at the north end get in and out. We had to look at the whole corridor in order to do that study with the Port Authority, and since we are looking, as the ordinance indicates, at the whole corridor for improvements for pedestrian and traffic, we picked up this portion so that way we can use it for our design and study of the downtown.
Okay, any comments or questions?
Just one if I could.
Go ahead.
So we're going from Rossford basically to Toledo.
No, we're going right from basically with the casino, yeah, technically the casino, but we're not doing anything in Toledo. We have none in Toledo because what we do at that end impacts their traffic, but it goes right from that person line right through town, past right.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Overdorf.
Move to suspend the second and third reading of ordinance 2023-53.
Second.
Does anybody have any comments or questions in regards to this ordinance? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare ordinance 2023-53 an emergency measure.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move for adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt 2023-53. Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Heben?
Aye.
Marquette? Eckel?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-54 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-54, an ordinance accepting the dedication to public use of the streets and other public places and facilities in the Choice Crossroads Development replat and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Mr. Audette?
They, further, tip agreement completed the, extension of Sportsman's Drive into that development area. Now I believe to start construction out there.
Okay. Mr. Even?
I'll move to suspend with the second and third reading.
Anybody in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare ordinance 2023-54 an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2023-54.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Heben.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Marquette.
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-55 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-55 is an ordinance certifying to the county auditor an assessment and lien upon certain property in the city of Rossford pursuant to Rossford Municipal Code Section 1327.07 and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Allison?
This is what we do every year when people don't pay for, when they don't do their lawn and when they don't remove the nuisance from their homes, then the city goes in and takes care of that for them. Then the cost that it has to the city is placed as a lien on the tax duplicate at the county. We do this every year and they're due tonight, so.
They're due tonight.
Always the second Monday in September.
Motion to suspend with the second and third reading.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare ordinance 2023-55 an emergency measure.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2023-55.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Heben.
Aye.
Marquette.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-56 by title only?
So moved.
Someone want to second it?
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-56 is an ordinance under Section 727.25 Ohio Revised Code assessing upon the lots and lands within the city of Rossford to pay the expense of lighting the streets, alleyways, and other public places in said city and furnishing electrical energy. Therefore, directing the clerk to certify said assessment to the county auditor to be placed upon the tax duplicate and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading.
Allison?
Every year since 1975, the city of Rossford has assessed the citizens for street lighting. Every municipality does that in order to pay for the street lights. We do this every year.
Go
Move
ahead.
suspension of second, third readings.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt 2023-56. Eckel.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Toth. Reynolds.
Aye.
Heben.
Aye.
Marquette.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-57 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-57 is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of one police vehicle through the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program, waiving competitive bidding and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Mr. Heaven?
Todd, can you explain to council the last time that we purchased a vehicle and why we have extra money in the budget for this? So I'm gonna move to suspend the second and third reading.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare 2023-57 an emergency measure.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2023-57.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Heben.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Toth. Aye. Oberdorf.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Marquette.
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-58 by title only?
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-58 is an ordinance authorizing the administration to execute an agreement with DGL to provide for the design of two roundabouts in conjunction with the current Dimeling Road project and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading.
Mr. Abdet?
Yeah, so council previously approved the design build. What we did is we separated out the design, so that way we can control costs. Otherwise, the general contractor marks it up, so we can go a lot quicker. And it's over the $50,000 limit. That's why we're bringing it to the council, so to let them know, this actually saves us money on the project.
Mrs. Eckel?
Second, third reading.
Anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Vote on the motion to adopt 2023-58. Eckel.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Heben.
Aye.
Marquette.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2023-59 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-59 is an ordinance to replace 2023-49 to authorize an agreement to provide health care benefits for the employees of the city of Rossford and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading.
Allison?
We actually asked for the medical insurance about a month ago. Council passed that, and then we found out that the IRS came back with a new stipulation that would start January 1st, 2024. So we're actually going to get a reduction in the rate by about 1.3%. So from January 1st through September 30th of 2024, the city has less of an increase than what it has for the first 3 months. So we wanted to make sure we capture that, and we need you guys' approval to do so.
Mr. Even?
Motion to suspend with the second and third reading.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare ordinance 2023-59 an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2023-59.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Heben.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Toth. Oberdorf. Eckel.
Aye.
Marquette.
Is there a motion to read ordinance ordinance 2023-60 by title only.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2023-60 is an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Flock Safety for the purpose of citywide ALPR camera system and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading.
Motion to suspend with the second and third reading.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare ordinance 2023-60 an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to adopt ordinance 2023-60.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Heben.
Aye.
Marquette.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Oberdorf.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Waddle, there's no resolutions.
Resolutions.
Okay, Council remarks, Mr. Toth.
I have nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Oberdorf. Nothing. Mrs. Eckel.
I am doing the Citizens Police Academy, and we usually have our safety committee meetings on Wednesday nights, so I want to move the so the September, October, November meetings to, does the, right before the fourth council meeting of the month work?
Are you changing the date? Oh, you mean on Mondays?
Yes.
That's tough for me.
Okay.
Tuesdays and Thursdays work really good, but it's not about me. What do you guys? Mondays are a very, very busy work day for me. How long do we need for those? Like 40 minutes, 30, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
I could do it.
You want to
Can we,
start at
can we do
5?
5:15?
Yeah.
Mr. O, does that work?
Aye.
5:15.
Chiefs?
All right, Mr. Marquette.
Thank you.
Mr. Heven.
I got a couple things. I wanted to wish all the candidates that pulled petitions and put their name in the hat to run for council this next election, good luck. Thank you for serving your city. I wanted to take a moment and remember the victims of 9/11 in 2001. And also, I wanted to wish my mom a very happy birthday. That's all I got.
Ms. Reynolds.
Nothing from me.
Okay, audience remarks.
I take my morning walks and I go down through the marina parking lot, that's park parking lot. The new concession stand is looking great. I've just got a couple of concerns. One's a big hole behind it, where it's drainage style. Is that going to be protected? Kids running through there and possibly getting hurt. It's a pretty good swale in there.
I haven't seen it. Todd or Tyler?
They haven't done the final grading. The whole area behind the building has to be reshaped. We were just waiting for all the work around the building to move the dirt. I'll probably need to put the barrels back up if they're not up to make sure that nobody's getting within that area. I'm talking after it's done. Is it going to be? Yeah, it's a lot smoother transition. And that's there, yeah. And the other thing is I'm not real sure, but since they fixed the sledding hill, I guess they call it the sledding hill, it appears there's a little bit sharper, a little bit steeper. I was wondering if between parks and safety, if they could put plastic, they have those plastic highway barriers around that scorer staple there by the, it's like a picnic thing. 'Cause I have seen kids down there and they come pretty close to that. It's, if they're going fast, and of course all depends on snow, but, could they protect their little heads, little arms? So that's.
I mean,
You know what I'm referring about? You know what they're called? By chance? Jersey barriers, okay, there. Something to consider once the kids are down there. All right, thank you. Oh, one other thing.
they not have been, hosing that dust all down here with the demolition?
I don't know, it went down in about 5 minutes.
Huh?
It was down in about 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, they're still loading, though. I went through there at roughly 2 o'clock and the dust was blowing towards the high school. So is that an EPA thing? Is there something in the dust?
When did you see this?
Up 2 o'clock this afternoon when I drove out of town.
Call the city.
I should have put it on Facebook, right?
You could have just called the city.
Well, I think it's just something that you should be aware of it. In fact, I think I was following you. I think I was right behind you.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
I mean, is there hazardous material that's in that dust? Did we know?
I do not know.
I know before you take down a building, you usually have to get a write-off or someone to sign off on asbestos and lead and all that stuff, so that's.
Does that mean that you don't have to take care of those other issues?
Oh, if you find them, then you have to take care of them.
But I mean, most of
It's like a phase one.
right, okay, so say there's no asbestos, but isn't there dust control or something like that that should be in place?
I have no idea.
They might have been doing it. I don't know.
I thought I saw pictures of them spraying it down, but,
We had a water truck out there.
yeah. That's
okay.
what I thought. I thought I saw pictures of someone with the hose.
Allison said they had a water
You
truck
saw
out there.
Yeah, I saw the water truck
We
at
had a water truck.
6:45 this morning.
I'm just saying 2 o'clock. Okay, thanks.
Is there anyone else? Please state your name and address for the record.
Bob Roach, Grassy Lane, 1220 Grassy Lane. I guess my comments were going to be more for the city administrator. Show you Rossford's new colors. Is that right? Does that look right?
No, we're maroon and gray.
That's what I thought. The reason I'm bringing this before the council is I came at 5:15 for the Parks and Rec meeting that generally happens, but it wasn't on the calendar, but I showed up anyway. So I guess to you, we've been trying to communicate with the director, and he is not being very transparent with monies, issues like this, for the cheer camps.
So
and the
this is for
football games.
cheerleading? Okay.
This is for
Okay.
the cheerleaders for the Rossford.
Okay.
So we've asked for information, the coaches have asked for information,
What information do you need?
where's our money going, and then how did this happen?
Okay, so,
Because last year we did the same thing. We paid the fee, and the girls left with the t-shirt, and the rec center sold their pom-poms to the girls that participated in the high school cheer camp.
okay.
So the last couple games that the girls cheered for, they didn't have equipment because the rec center sold their pom-poms. And we're going through it again right now. Because last weekend was the first cheer event for the girls that they were at the rec center football. And this is the uniform that they were given. So it's kind of wrong.
Are the boys' uniforms?
Boys' uniform, their football uniforms are outstanding.
They're maroon and gray.
Yeah, they're the correct colors. They even have their names on the back. And that's kind of what we've been asking Toby for the information is all this money that we're paying.
How much do you pay?
Girls gets a t-shirt,
How much do you pay for the?
$125. And the football fee is $175. And that includes the boys' equipment. And I understand there's like refs that have to be paid. There's some talk about insurance,
Yeah, we have to, there's a
But-
steep insurance for the,
but nobody's coming forth saying exactly what that insurance.
so you'd like to see how much it costs us in an additional policy is for the city? Is that what you're asking?
We've got no information. So, my question and the emails that we've sent, Toby, can you explain this? And if it's $25 covers the insurance insurance policy, insurance policy for what, is what we really want to know. But we're not getting any answers.
Okay.
At
and
all.
The emails are coming from you?
No,
to
coming
Toby?
from my wife.
Okay, and her
And
name
the coaches.
is Roach?
Yes, Andrea Roach.
Okay.
The coaches have been emailing and texting. And I have one other issue, is apparently there's a predator. Do you guys know anything about this?
What do you mean?
There was conversations between the recreation director and the coaches about a predator not being permitted at any of these events.
Call the police.
Okay. Again, the information's not forthcoming. Apparently, this guy showed up at the event yesterday, and they got crazy. And that we were at Elwood. That's why you probably don't know. Yeah, that's probably why you don't know. But we're just asking for clarity, transparency of what is really going on. Because
You can get that with a phone call.
Yeah.
no, we can't. Yeah, you
I haven't gotten any emails,
Well, and
or phone calls from you.
That's why I'm here now, okay? Because we've tried through Toby to get answers to some of this stuff. That's why I'm here tonight.
Okay, well, we will get you whatever you're looking for.
Okay, because that's all, we're looking, what's our money really paying for? If there's insurance, like we said, we understand that. We just want to know.
Sure.
And for $125 for a teal Rossford t-shirt that's kind of crazy. He has since did communicate that it's corrected, reordered everything, but again, we still want the rest of the information.
Sure.
So
And how much was it last year?
it's the same price, $125 for each girl.
And they had different shirts last year?
Last year they had the correct
Okay.
school colors.
Okay.
But this was what was presented Thursday night,
Okay.
and they're cheering. It was supposed to be Saturday, got moved to Sunday. So you got a bunch of little girls that are upset. And moms, you guys know how the cheer moms are.
Do you have time to meet with our chief right after this?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Because the predator issue,
That's why I want
that is, we
That's why I want you to meet with them real quick.
So, yeah, no problem.
All right, is there anyone else? Emily, come on up.
Emily Clacko, 929 Orchard Drive. I just wanted to come and tell the council and all of the city people that make our town so great, thank you. I've been out campaigning and doing things outside of our community, and Rossford is like the hot topic of the place to be. And the things that people are saying about our town are pretty amazing. And I just wanted to make sure I came here tonight and tell you all thank you for how hard you all work. And public service is a thankless job usually. And I just wanted to extend some positivity to you all and just let you know that there are a lot of citizens that appreciate all of the work that is being done all the time for our town. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you and good luck.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Don't move.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?